Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again on Penumbra Beauty. So I was really thrilled with the response and the feedback that from my makeup course post. So I will be doing blogs each week on my progress and also maybe some before a class, sort of how I'm setting things up, practice as I go, and then I've got my husband behind me, and then before a class, maybe a little bit during the class, it just depends on that. Hey, I'm trying to be serious here. Okay, that's my husband. Say hello. Okay, camera shy now. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought. I am going to show you sort of setting up my kit. Now I don't have the case yet. Apparently we're supposed to get it this weekend. I really hope so, or if not, the weekend after. But it's just going to be a stainless steel train case and obviously wheels, and so you can transport it around. But I wanted to show you sort of what we got to set it up with, and also the stuff that we had to sort of buy on top of that. So obviously you buy the kit for the course, and obviously different courses have different things how they set it up. It just depends. But then there's also perishables, consumables, sorry, that you have to buy to put in your kit. And thank you. I also was trying to find a system or a way to set it up so it was ergonomical, so obviously easy to travel with, easy to put out, and so I wasn't knocking things over, and also not sort of straining my back and taking space in the kit, but also economical, so I could actually keep track of how much I was using. I found when I had like big bottles of stuff, I was just using too much, then I'm knocking it over and spilling stuff, and I needed to find a way to sort of cut that down, and so I could sort of stock take what I was using. And obviously when you're buying in bulk, you're sort of saving money, so I'll go through all of that. And it might even be the case that things change, like I might set this up this way. I think that's going to be great. Anyway, to the actual sort of stuff. So we got a list of things to start the course with, so we pretty much had to bring a lot of the sort of skincare prep and that to class, like, you know, cleanser, moisturisers, stuff like that. They suggest different brands that you can get, otherwise I'm obviously go out there and find the best for you. See, a lot of the stuff that you might get, cleansers, makeup remover and that, need to be sort of sensitive and gentle, so pH balanced, and obviously good for any type, all skin types. Like, you know, no alcohol. It's up to you sort of if you go more down the natural route, but obviously different brands have different types of products, but they just suggested different things. For example, moisturiser and cleansers to be Cetaphil, something very gentle on the skin. And to the actual kit, so you get your basic sort of brush roll, and obviously they just supplied just the very basic brushes, so a stippling brush, a powder brush, and they're just the basic ones. I won't obviously go through everything there. Now that's what you get with the kit. Obviously you can go out and get, you know, your own sort of brush roll, and as you go along put your own brushes in there. And basic ones we got 16 brushes just to set it up. Bye. And now I just put the stuff in this bag until obviously I get a case. I can't sort of travel around. We got some, you know, just basic lashes to start. We haven't done that yet. And then just a bunch of basic sort of materials. So you get your face primer, shadow primer. I won't go over everything specifically. And then just little mini sizes and travel sizes of all the different stuff. Like I got the MAC strobe cream. And then just basic lip colors. Like we've got the, what do we get here? Cinema Secrets. I've got 4 lip liners. And then we had to bring our own, what do you call these things? Eyelash curlers and pencil sharpeners. I'm probably going to go down with the travel ones as well. Tweezers, so you bring those yourself. Tweezers, again, some courses might supply it. Glue stick, bring your own glue stick. You might need something like a colour wheel. Obviously go over all the sort of colour theory in class. We haven't got to that stage yet. But sort of main staples that you'd obviously have to keep buying is something like a good brush sterilizer or brush cleanser that you would use. So obviously if you're doing multiple clients, you need to clean your brushes in between if you've only got a certain number of brushes. And obviously we're practicing on each other, so we do a lot of role playing. We might go out and learn something about foundations, and then we have to go and practice on each other. So we'll pair up, so I might be the model, and then we'll take turns, and the next thing the girl that was working on me will be my model. So it's sort of like that. But yeah, so sort of up to you, sort of finding your own, just practice, practice, practice. And my husband, who just, you saw there streaking past me, has been my sort of model, doing a lot of the skin prep and that, just really trying to get used to sort of how I have everything set out and getting used to using it. Because what we had to do was we went out and had to buy a lot of things like cleansers and that, and like I tried to buy bigger bottles and that, and I found when I had this set up on the actual space, and I hopefully will be able to get a photo of that. Obviously I can't film in class and take photos of the students, but I might get a photo of the setup in class. But I kept knocking those over and I was using too much product, and it's a limited space, especially if you're traveling. You don't know sort of what space you're going to have wherever you're going to. You can't have lots of big bulky stuff to sort of use, and you can't keep bending down to your kit. So what I did is I condensed a lot of these things, you know, makeup, what do you call this? This is an oil-based makeup remover. So instead of having all these bottles out and playing dominoes with everything, I condensed a lot of stuff into little packs like this, and what I did is label it. So I used to get like a little travel bag from sort of Kmart, and you get the little pots, and obviously you have to sterilize them before you did it. So you can, I did my own way. They didn't tell us how to do things or how to set it up. I just thought this was a lot more logical. So you know, obviously get your gloves on, clean the bottles, and then sterilize them. So I sanitized them by cleaning them, and then I had to sterilize them. So you can need a little steam cleaner. It's up to you what you do. That's how I did it. And then I was thinking of more logical ways to put the products in. Some of them came in, you know, pump things that wasn't really appropriate for the product. So what I've done is I'll put them in different containers that I think would work well. And then of course, as I've been practicing on friends and family, thank you hubby, I found if they're actually appropriate. I might find maybe once I've really practiced more in class and that, maybe this type of top isn't appropriate, but I don't want to waste too much product. The whole way of practicing as well is obviously getting into a rhythm of things, like for example when you're cleansing someone's face or applying product, you're not going all over like I do at home. And this is how I sort of cleanse my face. You're trying to go from, you know, across the face and then the other side, and you might turn the pad over and cleanse and then turn the pad over. So I'm not using two wipes for just to cleanse the face and then another two to tone it. I might use just one per thing. So it's all that, getting into a practice. So as you can see, I've just labeled everything. So I've got my toner, a moisturiser, and then yes, just an idea. Once I get it in the kit, I'll show you that. And then you get your sort of foundations. We've just got 4 basic foundations. These are the MAC face and body, and then we've got Cinema Secrets concealers and the like. And then we've got a Ben Nye blush palette and a little Max Fix Plus. So what I've done, I've got my own coating system, because obviously like liquids, powders, all that have different sort of use by dates. You need to note down when you open them. There's no point having a kit and same with your makeup thinking, oh yeah, I'm sure I bought that about a year ago. You need to really know how old your makeup is and where you're storing it. So that's what I've done. I've got my own color coding system, or you can write the date on whatever you want, and then I've labeled it. So that's my own thing. They didn't tell us to do that or anything, but that's something that I find is very useful. And obviously powders and different things have different dates. So this is the Ben Nye Neutral set. So obviously you want a setting powder. This is the one that we got in class. And then I've got my own little things that I might need to travel with, like obviously you get all close to clients. I've got fresh spray, mouth spray, and then I've got hand sanitizer. I've also got moisturising hand sanitizer, so Dettol. So obviously before I touch anyone's faces, I'm doing that. I've also got cosmetic cleanser. Now I might actually put this in a little pot. So this isn't really appropriate to travel with. It looks good, but I might try and get a label off and put it on here and stuff like that. I'm still sort of deciding what to do, and the same thing with my brush cleanser. I'm not going to be using all that in one go, hopefully not, so I might try and get little smaller appropriate bottles and that to travel with. Again, I don't even know how big the actual case is going to be. Things like pads to cleanse with, so you know, we're removing eye makeup or toning or cleansing the face, I've got that. So that's something we had to bring. We might need, well you do need sort of towels and that, so I just went with the old standard black. So I'll put that down and then I could put all my stuff on top of it. What else? I've got this, I can actually get into it. So cotton buds and that. I just went to the beauty supply store and got some. And then you just need little bags to put your rubbish in. So obviously your pads and all that. So what I'll do is I'll take that out, put the rubbish in there so it's nice and neat, and then put a new one in and off you go. I just think it looks a lot neater than stuff everywhere, and it keeps it sort of all clean and sanitizing in one spot. I'm just trying to see what else I've got. Yeah, and then other things I've got, like we've got a Kryolan lip palette, I've got a Kryolan eyeliner, we've got eye palettes. Just see if we can, you know. Obviously later on we might put it in a different palette and sort of label that. That's still a work in progress. And obviously with lip tips in there, I might go along and sort of depot it. I've got some of those MAC lip palettes as well that I already happen to have, so I might, and they're new, so I might do that. As far as cleansing, I've got baby wipes. So we've got pH balance, not pH balance there, soap and alcohol free, hypoallergenic. Yeah, oh, they are pH balance. So that's that, and if I can actually get over to it. Thank you, darling. I've got a little palette. I won't take it out, it's clean. So obviously you've got your little spatula to depot, or sorry, what do they call it, decant stuff on. And then how I actually do it during class, I just take my notes. Oh, I've got no notes, so notes and all that. And then when I've done the note, when I get home, just so I sort of remember it. I know some people just have a great time of sort of remembering stuff, but for me, what I actually do is I've got another book when I come home, and what I do is I'll just obviously stick the stuff in there that we get. I'll make my own notes and go over it all again. Yes, and that way I remember. It sounds silly because it's only makeup, but you know, there's lots of different steps and things to get procedure and to remember, so that's how I do it. Some people are just naturally good at that sort of stuff. As I said, I can't even do my own makeup, let alone other things, so I need that extra, you know, writing stuff. I'm just sort of looking around what else I can sort of ramble on about, but at the moment it's just sort of all over the place, and I've got everything in a little box, which just isn't appropriate. So hopefully we will get the case. Once I've got it all set up, I will show you, and then I'll go over sort of the system of how I've got that set up. But pretty much at this stage it's just basic stuff. We're learning the basics, so skin prep, so how to sort of cleanse and set up the face before we put all the makeup on, and obviously assess the skin type, then obviously how we're colour matching the person, putting on the makeup, so sort of stage by stage. And as I said, this course I'm doing 2.5 months, and what I might do as I go, I might sort of practice, I might even do some sort of looks in that. And I might even want to do a before and after, like how I used to put on sort of foundation and how I will do it at the end of the course. Oh, I just wanted to say, if you notice my hair looks pretty orange, or just it's in a transition stage. I've actually got a hair product haul and a vlog update on my hair, which I'll put up. That was taken before I actually did this, and I've had another keratin treatment. What I do is I'll put that up because it was relevant at the time, and the products, and then I'll do a separate one sort of rounding up my, I suppose, 9-month sort of thing during the hair and the keratin treatments, to sort of sum all that up, and that's when I'll go over this. So those for people interested in that. And other things as my personal thing to take along, because my hair is very, very thick. It doesn't look it at the moment because it's just been done, but I've got one of these super clamps. I forgot to mention this in my hair product haul, which like I said, I'll put up shortly, but this is a super clamp. It's a really, really strong hair clamp. Like normally a lot of the normal ones, standard ones, my hair will literally break through and snap and wear out. This is super strong. I don't know if you can hear that, but the mechanism's really, really strong. You can sort of feel the resistance in there. And I also got some of my favorite hair clips, because these are very, very strong as well, I find, for my thick hair. They still wear out, but they don't wear out like a lot of the other, I suppose, flimsier hair clips out there. So it's Umbrella is the type, but I just have them aside, so obviously when I'm working on something, I'm not going to have my hair like this and be a sweaty mess. I need to sort of look neat and presentable, so it'll be out of the way. So that's sort of in my little thing with my hand sanitizer and my mouthwash or whatever, mouth spray and stuff to the side. Also take things like a paper roll. I'm obviously going to do a different system. I can't have that big lumpy thing around, but you know, you've got your paper roll to cleanse your hands on, your sort of towels. Yes, so you got your, like I say, your brush sanitizer, cosmetic sanitizer, if you're one and the same. I've just got the two separate ones. You've got your makeup, your skin prep, so to cleanse it and that. And also, obviously, maybe you might do a look and think, oh, that's not working, you need to sort of cleanse it off. So you've got all that stuff. You've got your wipes, your remover, your skin cleanser, your toner, all the stuff, and then obviously all of the makeup that goes on top of that, and primer, of course, so priming, and then your foundation. I think that's pretty much that basic stuff that I can sort of ramble on and show you. Yes, so once, like I said, I've got it all in the actual kit, I can film it. Hopefully I can I'll ask on the weekend if I can actually take a photo once I've got all my stuff laid out, so you can sort of see what we're doing. Again, it just depends. I don't think it's appropriate to sort of film during the class, because they were, the first thing that we did, or the first lesson we had, was going over confidentiality, privacy of the trainers and the students, and all the sort of general housekeeping you go over first before you get to the nitty gritty of actually learning everything. So we shall see. But it is nice. You've got the big sort of mirror there, you've got your chairs and that, and it's a nice sort of studio, so you've got all the natural light coming in, which is what you really need. So that's really, really good. So that's how that is. And yes. So pretty much it's just learning the stuff, then we go straight away and actually practice it on each other. And then obviously for specific classes, like I said last time, the mature makeup course, I'll need a model, which I've already got sort of set up. Oh, I can hear my son. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll do another one after the class. Take care.